This review is for the hoes.
Brought to you by Sonic.
I mean, we saw the commercial on Raw, and they said after 8 p.m., shakes are what?
Half price.
Here we are.
These are larges.
These are
$4 on this.
These are good.
Just be like, you ain't up on this.
Chocolate cream pie for the host. Made the cameo in the video.
Chocolate covered banana. Made that cameo in that video.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, lactose intolerant, so I'm not going to drink all this.
Yeah,
probably
so
will.
It's all good.
It's gonna be a bad night tonight, but YOLO.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's the bananas and the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
But we said this. Well, let's
have a great time.
Let's have a great time and just do our Raw review from right here live at Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
That was my John Cena promo voice. You just speak loud and just yell. So,
Terminator. No, Eliminator.
We'll get to that. The show starts off in a very confusing fashion.
I'm confused. Still.
So we had the three accomplices of the guys in the World Heavyweight Title match: Biggie Langston, Zeb Coulter, and Ricardo, representing their three guys. The winner earned the right for their, guy they're representing to pick the stipulation Extreme Rules. So, I mean, it's an okay concept, but it's just...
Except one guy's a full-time wrestler and the other two are not.
Yeah, so of course, in the real world, if this were to really happen, Biggie Langston whooped that ass quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the world of, wrestling. Ricardo wins here because,
Because there's full bananas in this. They keep
I wonder if there's a cold cream pie in this.
Probably.
You know what I say? You never know. But,
You didn't say about cream pies.
Ha ha!
What Blaze Ants calls us.
Mm-hmm. I'm called Blaze.
Yeah.
Blaze. Can't call Blaze. But listen, guys.
The weird way to start off their segment.
Yeah, Ricardo wins.
We can't really talk because we're here.
Yeah, this is going to be hard, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Ricardo wins because he's beast.
Mm-hmm.
But he... how did... Oh, it all broke out, and Big E ended up going over the top rope with all the three wrestlers who all got into it, and then Ricardo got the roll up on Zeb Coulter, so Del Rio we get to pick later. Okay, screw that segment. Now we get to the Make-A-Wish segment. National Wish Day. John Cena brings out these three kids. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Like I said, I told you, I told Twitter. 3 kids in Ryback shirts come out. Beat the shit out of them. Did that happen? No. Would it have drawn ratings? Yes.
Heck yeah.
They want to get on the mainstream media. Come on, guys. They're honorary superstars. Come on. Get them in a match or something.
Against 3MB.
They could have realistically gone over 3MB and no one would have questioned it. So this segment got real funny real fast. Tell him your wrestling names you picked. The Eliminator. And I said, yeah. When they recapped this later, it got the biggest pop of my house.
Mm-hmm.
And the other kid was Nick the Stitch. Why Stitch? Because it rhymes with Nick.
It rhymes with Flash.
Yeah, close. I always forget the third kid. I didn't like him.
Oh, Lightning Luke?
Lighting Luke or something. So that was awesome. Then they said they're honorary superstars, even though they didn't get a match. Fucking push these kids is bullshit.
Hey. Kurt Hawkins didn't get a match either tonight.
That's what I'm saying. These guys, they gave these guys the real experience. Like, oh, really? You didn't get loud enough cheers? You're not getting a match tonight. Fuck your wish.
We got nothing for you, kids.
Yeah, we got nothing for you, kids. Okay, then we got the next match of the night was a match that meant so much a couple years ago and so little now.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. This match is actually good, though. I will give it that.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, like you said, gave it enough time to where Cody Rhodes could get some people to not like him. It wasn't just Randy Orton kicked his ass and everyone's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it wasn't like he beat up Randy Orton and Randy Orton had a comeback. They went back and forth enough to where people in attendance cared about Randy Orton winning.
Mm-hmm.
All you people out there who don't like Randy Orton, there's one thing Randy Orton does better than your favorite wrestler. And that is when he wins, he gets a reaction for winning.
And he usually wins with an RKO, unlike your favorite wrestlers.
Yeah. Well, look, I've watched any Randy Orton match recently. There have been some times where he sucked, but as of recently, especially match against Rhodes, people he actually likes, he'll let him go back and forth, hit their spots and all that stuff. Get on the ropes. Oh my gosh. And make people fully invested and actually have a crescendo to a match, as opposed to this BS.
I win. That was cool. But the ending of this was cool. Cody Rhodes, I think he was going for like a disaster kick or something. Yeah. I'm sure that's what it was designed for. Gets Kyle and RK off the ropes. It was sick. Randy Orton wins. Crowd goes wild. Then we get Brie Bella versus Naomi. Twin magic struck. We were happy. We were celebrating.
I'm running around the room.
The ref called it back because he is black and not Justin King.
Where has Justin King been? Let's come up with our fan fiction stories. Justin King was sent to Washington to help solve the debt deficit because neither side would cooperate, and he is the best referee in the world.
He really is. He's the only person that can bring both sides together.
Banana.
So yeah, we were like I wrote in the notes. Good feelings thwarted by that referee, who will remain unnamed. A, because I don't want to know his name, and B, because we don't know his name.
Byron Saxon.
I hope not.
It was.
Oh, he used to be a wrestler. And then we got the Shield coming out in a promo segment. They come down, and they're talking about, obviously what they did, the Undertaker on SmackDown, which was awesome. You should watch that. And they talk about Cena tonight, obviously, and all that fun stuff. They're interrupted by 3MB in one of the more hilarious situations.
Hold on a second. 3MB. All right, go.
Word life. So 3MB is like, we were gonna show Triple H who was the real Rock Band.
Wait, hold on. 3MB. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Conspiracy.
Cena is the leader of 3MB. But yeah, they end up fighting for a while, the Shield and 3MB, and then all of a sudden Team Hell No comes out, and there's fire for days, and the Shield just leaves.
Don't like fire.
They really don't like fire. I don't blame them. And then we get a match I've personally never, I haven't been watching for a while, but I've personally never seen this before. Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. It was an interesting array of styles. I mean, they should really do this match more.
I don't know.
Like, I've never seen this match before. They should definitely look to do this more. Kofi.
They have such a small roster too. I mean, it's just like there's not a whole lot of options they can really do for. I mean, who on the roster could really wrestle against Dolph Ziggler and have a good match? Very few people.
Yeah, nobody.
Kofi?
Pretty much with Kofi. That's the only guy. Kofi legit.
Which shocked me they didn't do this earlier.
Yeah, Kofi legit kicked him in the face. Maybe they shouldn't do this match ever again. There was a lot of sketchy moments in this, actually, from Kofi's end, mostly. But Dolph ended up winning at the end, so I'm not, whatever. I thought this was going to be those things where it's like, it's so obvious, and this will be the one that they swerve us on. Luckily, it wasn't. Then you got the Ryback backstage talking to Bradley, Maddox, and Vicky. And he basically said, Cena's too hurt. I need new partners. I don't trust them. And they say, okay, you can have Team Hell No. I don't trust them either. And he just left. He says, no.
Ryback rules.
Yeah, he goes,
peace.
I want some new partners. And they say, how about Team Hell No? Ryback rules. So pretty much Jake decided that just means he changed his mind. And that's his signal to let us know that he changed his mind.
Remember Raven's rules in the old WCW and ECW? Nothing like this. Okay. Well, Raven's rules were whenever Raven was defending, it was the WCW Championship was the primary one. It was defending the Raven's rules, which essentially meant it was a no DQ match. Yeah.
Ryback rules.
Ryback rules.
Then in a who can win this match in a match between two guys with the exact same hair, Jack Swagger versus Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder cuts a promo on Zeb Coulter before the match, which is a bad idea because Zeb Coulter's the truth. Jack Swagger gets this win, clearly. It actually ended pretty cool. I don't remember what it was, but it was a flip through, ended up in the and then he gut wrench powerbomb. I want to say gut
the biggest development from this match was Zack Ryder's new haircut.
Mm.
He no longer spikes his hair.
Mm-mm.
It looks like he is goddamn, sorry for cursing, Sean Hunter, 1997, Boy Meets World, mixed with Ashley Parker Angel, 2002, O-Town.
What could this mean?
It means that he has blonde hair with a middle part.
Also means we're hoping he's going towards a heel boy band gimmick, like you said.
Please, base God.
Then we got the Mark Henry Tug of War Challenge, where he beats Tensai and then Brodus Clay, and then Sheamus comes out and says, "Oh, I'll do it." And then Sheamus lets go of the rope, and Mark Henry falls over. What in the hell? I like these reviews outdoors because shit like that happens. This camera's in too good of a spot for me to flip it around, but let us paint you a picture real quick. I don't know how to paint that picture.
It's like a tricycle?
It's like a tricycle, but like for grown-ups.
It has a motor?
And he's just pulling it. He's not even riding it. Like if I had that, I would be riding it. He's just pulling it.
Yo, the sketchy times we used to ride the bus back from your house back when I lived over up State Street. Sketchy as people would be on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you hop on that 811 though. Oh my gosh, hop on that 811 at night. You better be ready. I never was.
That guy needs to get out of our line of sight because until he goes faster, he's a very, very major distraction.
The road turns though, doesn't it?
Once he gets right there, I can't see him anymore. He's behind the bush at least. Anyways.
Oh, we're that close to the Olive Garden?
Oh, you bet your bottom dollar we're by the Olive Garden. We'll paint you a scene of our surroundings just in case any of you like these restaurants. Olive Garden. Sonic. All right. There's a Chick-fil-A back there. There's a Five Guys Burgers and Fries back there.
Chili's.
There's a Chili's, an Applebee's, a Cafe Rio.
Dickey's Barbecue?
A Dickey's Barbecue. A Panda Express. A Wiener Schnitzel. A Del Taco. A Buffalo Wild Wings.
You just dropped Wiener Schnitzel?
It's there, right?
People like Wiener Schnitzel enough? I thought that was like, not even a restaurant. I thought that was like a soup kitchen. Not even a soup kitchen. I thought, what's that guy running for? Hey, if you're running, you run with traffic, man.
I completely give up on this world. Anyways, Sheamus had some of the bro kick. It's whatever.
Fuck Sheamus.
Then you got Brad Maddox and Vicky backstage with Team Hell No, and they're like, "We don't care if we have Ryback or not. We want the match." And she's like, "Okay, whatever." And then she whispers in Brad Maddox's ear something, and he wasn't happy about it, which we then found out was him having to go tell Cena, "That guy's a creepy son of a bitch."
Mm-hmm.
That I'm gonna ask this guy if we can interview him if he gets closer.
Don't you dare do that. He's gonna see us.
Come here. But it's Maddox going to tell John Cena, assuming he's coming to us. But he basically says that you can't wrestle, and Cena's like, damn, I can.
I will wrestle if I want to wrestle.
So then he decided he would wrestle later, and he ended up wrestling later.
This guy has a gun on him.
I don't know.
Let's stop looking at him for a minute.
Huh?
Let's stop looking at him for a minute.
I'm not gonna look at him anymore. That guy's a creepy son of a bitch.
You know what he looks like? Road Warrior Animal.
He looks like a mixture of Road Warrior Animal and Saruman from Lord of the Rings. Let's see if we can get this guy.
Let's not piss him off.
Where'd he go?
Okay, just pass this. Not worth it.
Oh, he's looking back for the hose. Yeah, he's past us. Anyways, then we got Del Rio versus Cesaro. Del Rio wins, which is stupid because he sucks and Cesaro's good. Mm-hmm. Del Rio then announces that at Extreme Rules it'll be a ladder match, which is at least it made more sense in my head originally because like, okay, that makes sense. At least he's one of Money in the Bank, but then so the other two. Mm-hmm. So whatever. Maybe he's that sounds badass. Maybe he's going with that strategy of they're also good at it, but I'm better than them. I'm gonna beat them at their own game. Maybe that's because he's a face. I guess that makes sense. Then we got the Fandango and Kali dance-off. All primetime television here.
If this doesn't draw a 5.0 rating.
Primetime television here.
Hands off.
Kali hits some moves. He says he's a better dancer than Jericho. Mm-hmm. He drops the hammer. Ends up, dancing. Then Fandango goes. Kali ends up getting the W in this. It was rigged.
We moved away from dancers to Summer Rae. Summer Rae's from NXT. Mm-hmm. She can't dance. She's smoking hot, and she's actually a pretty decent wrestler. So
let's make her a dancer.
We gotta do something. Bring her in. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. Whatever works.
It's a way to introduce a talent. I don't know. She could get over as a heel if she just dances around all the time as a female Fandango.
That's true. Go. Then we get to the main event segment where you got Cena ends up wrestling poorly, I might add.
Calling his Achilles injury a work.
He's calling it right now. It's a work. We had Cena and Hell No vs. Shield. Like you said, Cena only got in a couple times, and when he did, he kicked, and then he got out, and then he went out for a long time. Got the hot tag. Went after Rollins for a while. Had Rollins up. Ended up getting speared by Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns gets the pin on John Cena. That was pretty cool. The Shield wins. They remain undefeated. Good for freaking them. I was very happy with this because I was like, oh crap, what's going to go on here? And then Ryback appears at the top of the ramp because he had left earlier. I forgot to mention that because he wasn't going to be a part of the match. They showed it on the app.
You want to rock some leather.
Yeah, sorry we don't have the app. But, so yeah, he just stands at the top of the ramp and just kind of like
I'ma stand
here. Yeah, that's loud. So, and then that's pretty much it. And it just ends with Cena getting helped by my boy Chris, the doctor. And that's the show. This was one of those Raws where I don't immediately say, man, this sucked. I mean, it kind of did. But it's just, there wasn't a lot of, big happenings.
It kind of was just the middle of...
Yeah, it was just kind of, there, which I guess I'd rather have one like this, where you could tell they're just kind of we don't have any big stuff. I like that more than when they try to go way too hard and they just blow everything.
Mm-hmm.
So this wasn't... I didn't have a bad time watching it. There was some stuff... This was one of those Raws where I laughed a lot. And sometimes being bad enough to be funny is good. There was some times this where, Twin Magic, we popped. That's just a good time. The Tug of War, we just laughed at that. Sometimes it's so bad, it's hilarious. The dance off, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. For our, let's see who watched the whole video now. Let's say premium chicken sandwich. Because there's a big sticker right there.
Yeah, okay. I'll have something else now.
Just say premium chicken sandwich and we'll know.
Or chicken Alfredo pizza.
See, now you confuse them. They can't say two things.
Well, say whatever one you like more.
Well, I fucking would never eat a premium chicken sandwich. It's just right there. I ordered chicken Alfredo pizza tonight. I did.
Okay, it is no longer premium chicken sandwich. It is chicken Alfredo pizza.
Yep, chicken Alfredo pizza. Okay, everyone pay attention.
And if you spell it wrong,
if you jumped the gun and wrote premium chicken sandwich already, delete that shit, or else we're gonna make fun of you. You're that guy right now going, shit, I already wrote it. Delete it right now. And that's all.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna finish eating these shakes and head on home and post this.
Oh, I'm done. You talked and drank.
Yeah, I talked a lot. It's my job here. I'm the color guy. I guess the play-by-play guy. So, you guys have a fantastic time. We will see you when we see you. Goodbye, my friends.